Good morning everybody, I'm Jill, behind the camera is Roger, and we are Which Way Now? Today we are staying at the Old Oaks campsite near Glastonbury, and I can safely say it's one of the best campsites we've ever stayed at. This is the cheapest kind of pitch you can get, which has electricity, and there's water and bins and things just down there. Absolutely enormous pitch. I mean, we're on sideways and we've got masses of room to spare. Next door they had 2 vans on their pitch. There's lots of other pitches as well that you can get which have grey water on site and all the rest of it. We didn't need any of that, but definitely one of the best campsites we've ever stayed at. So welcome to the information room. Lots of interesting things in here. There's loads of local leaflets behind Roger. There's laminated walking maps and routes here, and there's cycling maps and routes that have been laminated over there as well. There's also, as you can probably see, a pool table. There's a coffee machine. There's comfortable seats that you can sit in, and there's a dartboard just behind Roger as well as a little loo. So if it was a horrible day, you could probably spend quite a lot of time in here very happily. And then they've got their food options on the wall there as well and what to do about them. So that's a pretty impressive place to have, I think, for a campsite. So this is one of 5 areas in the campsite. This is a slightly more expensive pitch than ours. The pitches are slightly more spaced out. There's water, electricity, there's also a fire pit and a table on each pitch. And it's pretty busy, as you can see, considering it's the middle of October. It's pretty busy across the whole campsite, and the man in reception said it's like this most of the year, which is quite incredible actually. It's a fantastic campsite. This is one of 3 shower rooms, which are quite luxurious. They've got underfloor heating, fantastic showers, hair dryers, as well as a loo and a sink. There's 3 of these, and then in each of the men's and the ladies there's another couple of showers as well, which are shared between about 20 pitches, I assume, and a couple of camping cabins as well. So not bad at all, and very nice and warm and snug at this time of year, which is good. So we ordered fish and chips through the campsite. We had to pay a delivery fee, but it looks absolutely delicious, and it's a massive amount of chips here, and we even had to buy a little thing of ketchup because we didn't have any ketchup. So we'll tell you what it's like. Chips certainly taste quite nice, which is good. Chips taste very nice actually. Haven't tried the fish yet. It looks hot, that's for sure. And they're doing a roaring trade down there, so they could only take 25 orders for fish and chips, and they had 25 orders. And bear in mind, this is the middle of October, and when we were talking to the man at the campsite today, he said that they're pretty much fully booked, or nearly fully booked, all year round. He said they're not particularly busy in the summer, they're just steady all year round. Good for them, I say. Very nice fish and chips, and this is gluten-free fish and chips as well. Absolutely delicious. This is the washing up area. Very nice, very clean, 3 high sinks, 1 lower sink for anybody who's disabled, and a sink for washing your barbecue and your grill at the end there, which is great. And one of the things that, this is just a fantastic campsite. When you arrive, they give you a little booklet which tells you all about the campsite, and it also tells you about their takeaway nights. And because this campsite is busy all year round, I assumed these would only operate in the summer, but actually they do run all year round, and that was the fish and chips that we had on Monday night. So it tells you all the different venues you can, or all the different things that are on offer. So Monday night is fish and chips, Tuesday is pizza, Wednesday and Sunday is Indian, Thursday is Mexican, Friday is gourmet burgers, and Saturday is pub grub. So that is quite impressive. And as I say, you just go down and you either get it from outside reception or you order at reception, and then they bring it along later on. And there's also a little map of the campsite and a map of Glastonbury in here as well as various other bits and pieces. It's just such a fantastic place. Honestly, I would come back here, no problem at all. They also do breakfast down there, thank you. Yes, so I was just forgetting about that. Down the bottom there, there's I think it's called Lavender Kitchen or something, and they do bacon rolls. You can have a full English, I think, as well. So they cater for pretty much everything. We just walked up quite a heap still, or even a steep hill from our campsite, and thought we weren't necessarily going the right way. And then we came up the hill, and there behind us we can see Glastonbury Tor, which is what we're aiming for this afternoon. It looks quite nice even in this very grey light today, and there's a beautiful view all the way around us here. You can quite see how this used to be called the Isle of Avalon, because it was actually meant to be an island where there were marshes all around it, and if you look around us you can see that actually you can quite see how this would be an island in a sea of marshes. So this is, as I say, this is Glastonbury Tor behind us, and you've had a nice view all the way round now. And we were reading a little bit about the tour before, and well, I can't remember very much of it, but I do know that this is where Joseph of Arimathea was meant to have brought Jesus as a boy. And there used to be, allegedly, a stone church up here, and the tower, which is now standing on there, is the only bit of the church that was left, apparently. So we'll have to find out a little bit more when we get up there, I think.
Glastonbury Tor rises 158 metres above the surrounding flat land. The distinctive shape is due to the combination of the unusual geology and the artificial terraces. As Jill mentioned earlier, Glastonbury has a long tradition of being the Isle of Avalon. Legend has it that this is a place of magic where King Arthur's sword, Excalibur, was made, and later where Arthur was taken to recover from being gravely wounded at the Battle of Camlan. Avalon is associated from an early date with mythical practices and magical figures such as King Arthur's sorceress sister, Morgan Le Fay, and her 8 sisters, all of them skilled in the healing arts. Some say that Arthur is an eternal king who had never truly died but would return as the once and future king. It is said that beneath a hill there's a hidden cave through which you can pass into the fairy realm. There dwells the lord of the Celtic underworld with a cauldron of rebirth. Later tradition has it that the Holy Grail lies here, brought by Jesus' uncle, Joseph of Arimathea. The cauldron and the Grail were both the object of quests for King Arthur and his knights. Jesus is said to have come to Glastonbury as a boy, travelling here with Joseph of Arimathea. Joseph was a tin merchant and had travelled to England's southwest for this valuable metal. This legend inspired William Blake to write the famous poem Jerusalem. And did those feet in ancient time walk upon England's mountains green? And was the holy Lamb of God on England's pleasant pastures seen? As can be seen here, the sides of the Tor have distinctive terraces. One explanation is that they are man-made terraces dating from the Middle Ages. Another theory is that the terraces could be some form of cultural focus created during the Neolithic period.
This is Gog, and it's the name of an ancient oak tree that apparently there used to be an avenue of oak trees that used to line all the way to Glastonbury Tor from here. And in the early 1900s, the landowner at the time chopped them all down. But this one grew back, and sadly it was set alight in 2017. I think people putting offerings inside it, pagans or something like that, putting offerings inside it, and the tree was set alight and it's never recovered, and it's now dead, which is very sad. But these trees are absolutely incredible. The width, the girth of these trees is quite amazing. And there's another tree just over there called Magog as well. This is Magog, the second of the ancient oak trees. As I say, this was an ancient alleyway or avenue of trees that used to lead up to Glastonbury Tor. And Magog, sadly, was set alight in 2009, but survived, fortunately. And you can see that it is still alive. It's an absolutely incredible tree. Still got leaves on it, still flourishing. And the landowner actually put these fences up to try and protect the trees because so many people were just going in and setting fires in them. We think it was an offering, but we're not absolutely sure. And Gog and Magog are names that appear in both the Bible and the Quran. So they're ancient names, and they used to mean tribes or civilizations. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and send us a comment.